Hey, we are live. Joy, we're live.
Hi.
Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us. As usual, this is our typical lunch and learn. Doing it a little bit different this time.
We are
hang
live.
on.
Joy, we're live.
We're
Forgot to
double
mute
audio.
forgot to mute my phone. There we are. All right, so we're live here. This time we don't have John on board. He's on vacation this week. So I have Joy Sanders here, who's a new face to the Lunch and Learn, but certainly not a new face to HSE.
Thanks.
So I just want to go ahead and introduce Joy. Joy, go ahead and say hello here.
Hi, you guys. My name is Joy Sanders. I am the director at HSE. Happy to be here. I always get to watch the Lunch and Learns, but I don't usually get too often of a guest
in
appearance.
person.
Yep. And stay tuned too, because I'll be back for our webinar on FAA and the regulatory
In
framework
a couple
soon.
weeks here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we're really excited to do, and I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to the regulatory framework, which we've, we're leading up to it, but we're getting there. And but this Lunch and Learn is going to be really interesting because we're going to cover really what HSE has to offer in terms of services and offerings. So I'm really excited to show you guys that, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But before we do, I got to show you guys this video because you guys can probably see what is going on right here. This has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So I had to share this with you guys. I think we're going to start doing like a little 5-minute little news segment on the beginning of our Lunch and Learn just because it's just fun, right? But I got to show you guys this because I saw this on Facebook and I could not believe what I spoiled it for you guys. Watch this, guys. What is happening here? Is that a person hanging from a drone? Oh my goodness.
It says what not to do with a
What
drone.
not to do with a drone.
This is how you are not supposed to use these heavy lift or drone sprayers.
So let me start this by saying this is not one of our drones. This is not one of our customers because our customers would know better than to pull off a stunt like this. It's a little small, I know, guys, but if you can look carefully, you see this guy's wearing a helmet and a GoPro on his head. So not sure what this guy was thinking. This is actually a spraying drone. I'm not sure of the brand or anything, but this was an expensive mistake because that thing was crashed hard. It looks like one of the propellers failed, which doesn't surprise me, seeing as that's probably lifting twice as much as what it's supposed to. I really hope that's not a child because it does look like a fairly small person, Joy.
Luckily, he rolls into the crash and lands pretty nicely.
It would have been a different story if he landed on that fence.
Yeah.
He might not have any more cojones.
It doesn't look like he would have been hurt, but that drone is total.
Please don't do this, guys.
Yeah.
This is a terrible idea.
He's trying to turn unmanned into manned.
Yeah. That's
Not
probably a
as designed.
$20,000 mistake there. But I wanted to share that with you guys because frankly, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah.
What I was seeing. I had somebody share this with me, and the comments here are hilarious. It's like, what kind of waiver do you need to do this?
Yep.
Don't.
Ops with people.
Don't do that is the bottom line. But moving on here, I do want to share another post that we had posted here on our Facebook page. If you guys don't follow us on Facebook, make sure you do. We post all the time. We have some really cool blogs and articles and stuff on here, and it's also set up to kind of go in conjunction with our YouTube channel too. So we post on Facebook and YouTube kind of reminders at the same time. So guys, if you don't follow us on Facebook, here it is. I mean, HSE UAV, Homeland Surveillance and Electronics. Just give us a follow there. I think you won't regret it there. There's a lot of really interesting stuff that we crawl the internet for to post for you guys. So this was kind of interesting. So this is an article from, how do you pronounce this, Joy? I already forgot.
Choctaw Nation.
Choctaw Nation,
and,
okay,
and
out of
the
Oklahoma,
FAA
right?
Yep. And the FAA partnering, actually.
Right, so they partnered with the FAA to do some really interesting studies with UAVs, or unmanned aerial systems. So really, really interesting. So they're going to be transporting cargoes, parcels, and really the whole goal of this is to promote as you can see, science, technology, engineering, mathematics programs to students seeking careers in aerospace within the Choctaw Nation, which is awesome. That's so cool. Obviously, we know drones are a huge expanding industry, and it's great to see these types of programs going on. So if you guys are interested in these types of blogs and news posts, you can see Oh my goodness. I don't want to log in, Facebook. It won't let me scroll down.
Can you say not
now?
Maybe?
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. What's also really cool about that post there is the Choctaw Nation was actually, it was the only tribal government selected by the U.S. Department of Transportation to participate in the Unmanned Aerial System Integration Pilot Program, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. It was also the only lead participant to work with the U.S. Department of Transportation, the VOLP, National Transportation Systems Center, on acoustics testing for UAS used in agriculture, remote infrastructure, inspections, public safety, and other areas.
Awesome.
And the Choctaw Nation was the first tribal government recognized as a public aircraft operator by the FAA.
You know what else they need to
really
start
cool.
doing? Spraying drones.
Oh yeah, that's coming soon.
Coming soon, right?
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Awesome. And as you guys can see, we have a bunch of other interesting stuff on here. Here's some pictures from one of our training sessions. Speaking of which, we got a training class this week. This March class is full, but if you guys are interested in our drone training programs, you can check out our events calendar on our website. You can see all of our scheduled events, including our demos, lunch and learns, and training, which really kind of leads us into exactly what I want to discuss, which is one of the services that we offer, which is, of course, is training services. So we offer training services. We do at least once a month, but in a lot of cases twice a month. I know this upcoming April we have 2 classes scheduled, and we offer training classes for all of the products that we offer. So our most popular one, I would say, is definitely our spray drone training, where we cover really all of the details in operating our spraying drones, and specifically in this case our Helio spraying drones. If you guys haven't checked out our Helio spraying drones, make sure you guys check it out on our website. Let me show you guys real quick where to find it. If you're on our website, here it is, hsc-uav.com. Just click on drones. You can go to agriculture and crop spraying drones, and it'll bring you right to our drone list. You can see here our 3 most popular models. We have our Ag 122, Ag 116, and Ag 110. Those are the 3 different size range of our Helio lineup of drones. And of course, we, like I mentioned, our training. And I think we can all agree, everyone that takes our drone training walks away with some really important knowledge about drones. We have customers that come to us with never seeing a drone in their life, right? But we also have people coming to us that have a lot of drone experience, where they have years and years of experience, or even specifically spraying drone experience. And the thing is, no 2 drones are the same. So there's different steps and procedures and checklists and all kinds of stuff involved with each of the training programs. So that's something that we really strive to show in our training classes, is the safety and the consistency behind operating these aircraft. Right. So most of our training classes are 2-day programs. We do in-person training here at our location in Florida. We're just north of Orlando, Florida. We're just outside of Orlando, about 20 minutes north of Orlando, Florida. And we do our flight training at our local flying site as well. So we get a lot of hands-on training and classroom training. So this is truly a kind of a test run of the aircraft. And to go along with that, actually, I know we've had a lot of customers that actually come to us to do training before they buy a drone, right? Yeah. And I think that's a great way to really see if these spraying drones are going to work for your particular use case. And everyone that walks away from our training class, I think, walks away with some new knowledge. Yeah. I think is the bottom line.
Definitely confident and comfortable. The feedback we get is really great on those courses.
Yeah, and we always recommend training, especially with these large aircraft. We want our customers to be safe operating these. So, I think one of the things that we've done in the past is the data shows, our customers that take our training have a higher success rate in operating the aircraft. And I think that kind of, that's what the numbers show, which is why we always recommend it. Just by how much experience you have, it's always good to get a hands-on experience with the actual product before you get your hands on it.
And just with anything, you want to get the full value of the product, the aircraft, the features, the capability, the functionalities, so that you can get the most out of your operations and have the most success in your business.
Absolutely.
So, highly recommended.
Absolutely.
And then we're doing the demos once a month. You can attend in person or virtual, and that schedule is on our events calendar too. And we can also hold additional or private demos if needed,
Right.
to work around people's calendars too.
Right. So
Virtual is really big right
like
now.
you mentioned, yeah, exactly. So in addition to our training, we do also do flight demos. I'm sure you guys watching this have probably already seen it. We always do live virtual demos and live in-person demos. Of course, those are also on our events calendar. Our events calendar, you'll find it right up here. Where is it? Events. And you'll see if we click on that, it'll bring us to all of our scheduled events upcoming. Here it is. And you can RSVP for your training and demos here as well. Guys, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box to your right. Actually, I think we might have some questions. Who do we have here? Richard Forsyth. Hey, Richard,
Hi.
Thanks for joining us again. I know you were here for our last Lunch and Learn. Looking forward to joining you guys again soon. Awesome, Richard. That's great.
Thanks for being here. Thanks
for
watching.
Thank you for joining us. Again, our whole goal of doing these Lunch and Learns is to bring education and knowledge to you guys of what we do. So we have a lot of fun doing it, and thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and spending your little half lunch hour with us too.
That's right.
That's awesome. And we have these scheduled every Tuesday at noon Eastern, you guys. The topics change. It is always open for live question and answering with Simon or whatever the topics are, or whatever our experts are that are on the webinar with us. But stay tuned, and you can always add your questions here in the chat.
Right.
We also post these afterwards, so you can always comment later too.
Right.
And if you subscribe, you'll get the notification.
Exactly,
so
right.
you'll know ahead of time when the Lunch and Learns are
So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it. That's going to notify you if we ever go live. And anytime we're going live, it's either one of our Lunch and Learns or one of our flight demos. And people love seeing our flight demos. You can ask us questions as we actually operate the aircraft. So it's always kind of fun to see that, and it doesn't cost you anything except clicking a button. So
yeah.
All right, let's talk about some of the other services that we offer. Joy, do you want to talk a little bit about our financing options? I know that's a question we get very frequently.
Yeah, and we have kind of the all-in-one too. So when you purchase your aircraft, we also have the drone protection plan, which I'll have Simon talk a little bit more about in a minute. But we're actually work with a couple different financing options. So you can go to our website too under...
Yeah, let me pull it up actually.
That's under services also.
Let's go on services, and you can see really a list of all the services offers that we have here on our website right here. So if we go to services, we have financing and leasing. And let me scroll down just a little bit while it's loading.
So this will talk about some of the benefits and the value and all that good stuff that comes with your flexible payments and financing options. You can actually talk directly to our account rep there, Brandon. His contact information's handy. The application to the financing is right there. He's really great. You guys get any questions answered. So that's also an opportunity. We do have some lenders that work with a lot of startup companies or businesses that maybe haven't been in, we know this is a new industry, so if it's not your existing farm or company that's integrating drones and you're a brand new business in the drone industry, we also still have lenders that can work with y'all too. So don't hesitate to come to us, for anything like that.
Yeah, excellent. And I think, we've been working with Ascentium Capital, which is the lender that we work very closely with for quite a few years now, actually. And, everything that I've heard our customers say, nothing but good things about them. They're great to work with. They offer great rates. Just excellent people to work with, So like I said, we've been working with them for years, and our customers have been really happy with them. So if you guys are interested in financing one of our aircraft or one of our systems, you can just go to our website, hit the financing and leasing option, hit apply now. You can fill out an application right from here.
Yeah, and the great part about that, y'all, is that it's not just equipment financing, but they can also include flight training, the drone protection plan, your spare parts kit. I mean, they can kind of cover anything and everything in there.
Essentially finance the entire invoice.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you mentioned the drone protection plan a couple times, and let me go ahead and pull it up. Actually, again, you can find this on our services tab right here on our website. Right here, here's the drone protection plan. So this is something that we introduced somewhat recently, and I think it's really an incredible thing to have. So our drone protection plan is essentially a liability insurance for your products. And it's very simple. It's at the time of your invoice payment, there is a down payment and there's a deductible to be able to pay out on that invoice total. Of course, there's different tiers of pricing and coverage available for each amount that might be on the invoice. And it's extremely simple to use. This company has been great to work with, and it's such a peace of mind to be able to know that you have protection for a year or up to 2 years available for just about all of the products that we offer. So if anything happens to the aircraft, if whether it's your fault or not, you can basically, it's just like a cell phone protection plan. You can pay out your deductible and they'll pay out on the invoice, which is
we know
awesome.
How important CYA is when you're protecting your assets.
Right. So you can learn a little bit more about it on the website here. Of course, I kind of just briefly went over it, but it's so simple. You just file your claim, your drone gets fixed or repaired, and then you're back in business.
Yeah.
And it's just so important especially for commercial users and kind of people that are really operating these drones every day. You can't afford to have a drone down or lose an aircraft. So you can cover it using the drone protection plan. It gives users such a peace of mind, and customers that have been using this are really, really happy with it.
Right. Yeah, the drones are making you money when they're up in the air.
That's right.
Not grounded. Otherwise, they're just like really cool, heavy paperweight.
Right. Yeah. Drones on the ground, it doesn't do any good for us. So.
Yeah, unless you're refilling the tank, swapping batteries.
Let's see here. So a couple other services that we offer. Let me go back. Again, you can find all of this on our website. I always say to go back to our website, but we try to put everything on here. We've already talked about our flight training. We've already talked about our financing and demos, but something else I think that's always on people's mind, of course, is FAA, right? As I'm sure a lot of you guys know, with drone operations and especially drone sprayers and agricultural drone operations, there's quite a few legal things that you need to know about in terms of licensing and how you can operate these, and that's something that we offer help with. So, Joy, I'm going to let you take that away because I know that's something you know a lot more than I do, frankly.
Yeah, we, as we all know, even if you just know a little bit about the drone industry, there's kind of a gap in playing catch up in the regulatory framework around it.
That's right.
So if you weren't familiar with it prior to the Part 107 regulation or remote pilot certificates, there was just these 333 exemptions, and you had to get special approval because there is no rules or regulation around unmanned aircraft except for hobby or recreational. So, of course, as drones became commercialized and there's been so much change, they created 107, but there are still some parts of 107 that don't allow for spraying from an aircraft.
Right.
So
just certain types of applications, really.
So in order to spray from an aircraft or do any seeding, granule feeding, any of that stuff, basically dispensing anything from the aircraft like that, and operating over 55 pounds requires some exemptions or waivers to 107. So we, as a company, we wanted to be an kind of all things drone, one-stop shop to be able to help our clients through the hurdles in the industry, the technology, everything, and FAA is just a really big part of that. So what we offer as a service is that we create your submission for a request for an exemption, depending on if you're operating under 55 pounds,
right, depending
or
on the system
over
that you're
55
using.
pounds, right, which aircraft you're in. We can do the submission, all the paperwork, your manuals, everything you need to get relief granted and have an approval to be able to spray from drones. So there's a Part 107 waiver, or it's called a Section 44807 exemption. So we can help you with that. Plus,
You've already lost me there.
Well, that's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's why we're here. And our customers love this part because it just comes, it comes in handy as a resource, and you're not trying to navigate. If you're familiar with aviation or manned pilot, it is kind of hard to navigate the FAA, any kind of regulatory framework like that is.
That's the understatement.
So yeah, we don't want it to hold people or the drone industry or your operations back just because you have to get these approvals. So basically, you need the exemption or the waiver to be able to operate over 55 or spray and dispense anything from a drone. You also need a 137. It's a Part 137 certificate. That's an agricultural operator aircraft certificate. So that you go through your local flight services district office. And I'm actually going to scroll down here to kind of the area where we're talking about.
Oh, there we are. Awesome.
There's some of it.
Yeah.
So basically, when we help you, we submit this exemption package, and we can build safety cases to add on to anything else. So with over 55 operations, there's a 500-foot setback. It's actually the same requirement for manned spraying operations. So automatically, if you're in an unmanned aircraft, you have to request relief from that, only for the over 55. And the only other difference with the pilot certificate is that they'll need a Class 2 medical. We can also get you exemption, written into your exemption, approval to operate multiple aircraft, more than one drone per pilot.
So really, the bottom line is, depending on the type of operation that you're doing, we can customize your FAA exemption to suit the needs of your operation. So
like we have a basic package for the under 55 and the over 55, and then we can do these add-ons. If you need airspace operation, or you want to operate at night, or any of these extra things that will come in when you're spraying.
That's right.
And then, of course, we've got a little bit of Q&A down there. We're also working on this and building this, but you can reach out to us on chat, do a contact us form on our website, message us on social media. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, as I'm sure you guys can see, the FAA process can be fairly tricky, especially if you don't have experience with that type of stuff, which is why most of our customers come to us to help them with that.
We can take care of the headaches.
Again, the whole idea here is it's a turnkey solution, right? So it's a turnkey aircraft and a turnkey regulatory framework as well. Which is really a huge deal, I think, and I think something that a lot of other companies aren't doing. So, we're really proud to be able to offer these types of services, and I think they're extremely well priced for what you get. And you can get pricing on this. If you go to our website, you can request a quote for any of our aircraft. We'll include the FAA processing on there as well.
And I do want to mention, you guys, though, that there is, it takes some time to get your FAA approvals processed. So we recommend starting the FAA if you're serious about using drones for spraying, you're serious about getting in the business, we recommend you start your FAA as soon as possible, and then you get your flight training done, your aircraft, your operations, all your testing and flight practice in place and all that while you're waiting, so that by the time, and you can actually start your FSDO certificate process at the same time, right after your exemption submitted. So if your FSDO has a wait list or there's anything like that, you guys are already in the process while you're getting everything else in place. Because until the FAA kind of does any more updates on their regulations, it is requiring these exemptions to be able to spray from aircraft. So get a hold of us as soon as you can and get that going.
Exactly. And like Joy mentioned, a lot of the time frame is based off of your regional location and where you are, which office with the FAA you're working with. So that can vary, which is why we always recommend, if you're looking at starting to work with drones, get started as quickly as possible. It's going to put you at a big competitive advantage to everyone else around you.
Only the serious players are doing it.
Right, because if you want to operate commercially and spray, it's required. So, it's
just like it is with manned spraying
just
aircraft,
like manned aviation.
Even just like on the ground with, you're spraying chemical or doing anything like that.
That's right. Right. Yeah, great. All right, let me go back up here.
And if there's any questions, you guys, about that too,
if you have any questions, again, you can add it in the comments on YouTube. You can contact us on our website. We have a phone number right at the top of our site. You can call us there if you need to speak with us. We're always here to help you guys, and that's really, I think, one of the big services that we offer. We're talking about services. That's really what we strive on, is to educate our customers and really be able to help our customers as much as possible through our communication with them, with the FAA options, with the financing. We also do drone workshops fairly frequently. I think that's on here as well. Let's see, services, workshops. So
it's all in the commitment to grow this industry, y'all. We know that it's a new thing, and we're all aware how big drones are getting and how useful they are in agricultural industry especially.
Right.
But yeah, we don't want it to hold anything back. So you guys, we are here as a resource.
Absolutely, yeah. So guys, if you do have any questions, just reach out to us. We'll be able to help you out.
Yeah. And actually, Simon, when we were talking about along with our services, if you guys are also like, we get a lot of clients or a lot of bystanders that get interested in these drones. So if you want to add to your, not just offer drone services too, but kind of want to expand your business and your offerings, we have our dealer network opportunity for
that's right, yeah,
HSE
and
dealers.
Exactly, and that's what I wanted to get into that.
too.
So I'm going to pull up a document here. Let me see here. Let me just double check. We got our... Okay. And let me pull it up over here, guys. Sorry, guys. There we are. So this is actually a document that explains how what type of opportunities we offer for dealers and independent sales advisors. So this is something that we've really been pushing and promoting this year. We have so many people come to us and say, well, I want to get into this industry. How do I become a dealer and sell your products? Well, we offer that. So we have two options, an independent sales advisor or a dealer. And both have their advantages, pros and cons. So an independent sales advisor only requires a minimum order of 1 aircraft to start. There's not a sales goal requirement, but you can provide spraying services, you can sell ancillary services, and you get discounts on parts. A dealer requires a minimum order of 3. They do have a sales goal requirement, and of course you have all the other options as well. So here it goes into a little bit more detail of the 2 different options. So I think the main difference between dealers and independent sales advisors is that dealers have a exclusivity for a region, or they can earn exclusivity for a region. So if you're a dealer for New York or whatever area that we define, you can be an exclusive dealer for that region, and it means that leads that we receive from HSE, from our website or our methods, get directed to you as an exclusive dealer. So that is basically we send leads to you in that region, which is a great source of leads for our dealers, and I think a lot of our dealers get quite a few leads from our sources.
Yeah, and it's great because actually every single one of HSE dealers started off as a client. So
That's
these
right.
clients are coming in to either integrate drones within their business or start a brand new drone company, and they start off, and most all of our dealers offer their own services also.
That's right.
And are just like adding expanding this a different branch of their business, so that there's still an opportunity for to increase your earnings as an ISA, of course.
Right.
It's almost like a tier. ISA is kind of like your entry level into it. And we do work with time frames too, so that you can actually start as an ISA and build up to being a dealer. So you guys let us know if you're interested in that too. We have a dealer
Absolutely.
application. You can talk to your sales rep if you have more questions. And yeah, catch on
Right.
social media because we promote our dealers a lot too, so you can
That's
kind
right.
of check them out and see what they're up to.
And there's a lot more information here. And if you guys are interested, again, we can send you this information to you. We are running just about out of time here, so I do want
almost.
to. I know, time flies, right?
It does.
So I do
have
just
to make a longer lunch and learn.
That's
Learn
right.
some more.
But mainly, I just wanted to show you that there are opportunities out there for you guys if you want to start your own business selling these aircraft. We have quite a few dealers across the country and the world, and ISAs. So we're always looking to expand. And that kind of leads into one of the last things that we're kind of starting, which is our expansion of a pilots for hire network too. So this ties directly into that. So that's something that we're working on as well. And we can get into more detail on one of our next calls. But guys,
that's basically like we'll refer. We get a lot of calls for hire for services. We'll refer them to either pilots that have completed our flight training and or operate our aircraft and or our ISAs and or our dealers.
That's right.
Even if it's just we have a lot of clients that are willing and able to hold demos for other customers in different parts of the country, different parts of the world. We do have, and that's another thing for international students. We can send you guys a formal invitation letter. We have customers from all over the world coming to flight training, or attending virtually, if that's more convenient. But yeah, stay tuned for more on all that, y'all.
All right, guys, thank you again for joining us this week for our weekly Lunch and Learn. Make sure to hit that button right there. Ooh. Right there. Hit it. Just tap on it. Tap it. Tap it. Tap it now. Lightly tap. All right. We'll see you guys again next week, Tuesday at noon Eastern time for our next Lunch and Learn. We do these every week. And don't forget also to check our calendar for any upcoming demos. And we'll see you guys soon. All right, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks again, guys.
Thanks again for watching. Thanks for joining us. Next time.